Hello guys, it's a couple of days after the Goodwood track day. Had a really good time. Videos being done for that at the moment. So now we're doing some more progress on the Mazda. Now I've taken all the fuel lines off of it, off camera, made some stuff on the engine bay, which I'll show you in a second. So just getting the car ready. So it's been picked up today in a van and trailer by a transport guy that I know called Robin, and it's being taken down to JTech. They are going to do the fuel lines. So they're going to have a look over the car and start making some plans. And then I'm going to go down there, and they've got a car that's I'm going to tune down there anyway, so we're just going to tie the two things in together. So this is how it sits at the moment. Back on the old wheels, just to transport. Got some fittings and a filter and stuff in there. I've wired in the pumps, which I'm not sure I showed you on the last video. So the pumps are wired in, sensors are wired in, got the storage connector. Pump 1 and pump 2 and lift pump. Pump 2 isn't actually wired in up here to a relay because it's not important. We can get the car running without it, and then I can add a relay. I'll label these two relays. They'll be stuck back to the original sound system where they were before. Once it all goes back together. So you can see in here, mounted the flex fuel sensor and the MAC valve. Put one of the fittings which I'm going to use in the MAC valve just to test fit. So yeah, hopefully there's going to be just some nice pretty lines in here, and we'll be running maybe even within the week, which should be amazing. Now there's a bin truck here. That's not for the Mazda. She's still got some life in her. So yeah, catch up with you soon. So guys, car runs again. Been down to JTech, did a job for them. So while I was down there, I quickly wired up the injectors, run a map sensor line to the inlet, put the boost pipe and the top inlet back on. We primed the lines before I put the top inlet on so we could check for leaks over the whole system. And yeah, she's mint. Well, she runs again. That's the main thing. Back alive. If you look down here, you can see these are the new lines. And there's one here. You can see. Use the radium swivel fittings. They move. Seems like they're loose, but they're not. Lines there, new lines down here. So this is the return just for the flex fuel sensor. So the flex fuel is in -6, the rest is in -8. So I didn't want to put the flex fuel in line because it would be a restriction. I need to get my fuel pressure sensor in here on a little fly lead, which I haven't made up. And the lines run all the way under the car. I think the boot's shut. The boot is open. You can see in here, cover's not back on. Lovely black and gold lines. So, got the car running, very happy about that. Very easy with the ECU master MU black. All I did was change the injector values, started straight up, first turn of the key, lovely. Do have a couple of issues. First issue, ECU doesn't turn off for some reason. I think I'm getting a back feed from somewhere, so I need to investigate. Everything else turns off, car turns off, ECU stays live. First thing to investigate. Second thing to rectify. I've already investigated it, kind of. So, we'll go back to these fuel lines down here. Now, for my pumps, I've used Type 44 rake end wire, 18 American wire gauge. The fuel pump wires do get warm. So this ground comes all the way around here, down to under there. That gets warm. The fuses, they haven't melted. So I did have this problem before with my old pumps when I ran on them both and I melted the connector, which I said about before. I did used to melt the fuses, but the fuses didn't melt, but maybe that's because I haven't run it for long enough. So basically, the AEM pumps that I had before, when I had them with this size wire, they were fine. These Walbro pumps do draw a little bit more current, so it's tipped me over the top of these 18 gauge wires. So I'm gonna have to change to 14 gauge wire, which fortunately, being a professional that I am, I do have in stock. So that's another job I've got to do. So two things to sort out. Got to do a firmware upgrade on the ECU. I've got to install my suspension and wheels. And I've got to, so I still never swaged these boost pipes. So they're just straight ends. So as soon as we run any boost, they'll pop off. So I've got to do that. I've got to wire in the flex fuel sensor. I've got to connect map sensor pipes. So vac line, sorry, for the turbo. So at the moment, the turbo one is just pushed onto this clip, just to blank it off. So I need to sort why the ECU doesn't turn off. Change the fuel pump wiring and wire in the third pump on another relay that can be turned on as and when. Need to swage the boost pipe, possibly make some little changes to it. So I'm not really happy with the angles it sits at. It looks a bit funny. So yeah, we've got a fair bit to do, but the car is making progress. I'm very, very happy with this. Got to wire in some extra sensors as well, like the fuel pressure and flex fuel. But like I said, really happy. I drove it into the trailer. Thank you again to Jamie from JTech and Leo and Dan. They did a great job on the car. I'm very happy with all my pretty little lines, and they should be good for long-term future flex fuel possibilities. And Jamie dropped the car back. He's got a van and trailer, which was perfect. So yeah, jobs are good. Let's get on with this. Hello guys. We're halfway through a video. Not really sure what the video is about. It's just kind of an update. The car is back on the floor. It's on its new wheels, which you guys haven't seen before, but Instagrammers might have. So, little story, I bought some HSDs to replace the HSDs that were on it because the shocks were broken, shocks were leaking, and for the price I can get a set of HSDs for them to be refurbed, I just bought new. Fitted them, car hasn't been anywhere. Since then, a friend of mine has acquired a damper company called Avo. He wants to make some new kits. So I said to him about making a kit for this. That is what is on the car now. The car's on the floor, so I can't do any video of them, but I can insert some pictures. So, here's the car. We haven't got a centre cap in that one yet. I've literally just put the fronts on. We've had some problems with the front dampers. It's the rear. Pretty good ride height on the back. I think the front needs to go up a tiny bit. I'd love to run it like that, but my arches aren't rolled, so I think I'm going to have to sacrifice the look for now until I either get more camber, which the little adjuster is on max at the moment, or until I get the arches rolled. It's a shame to risk wrecking the paint. So yeah, the dampers are on. We can try them. We've got some spring rates, which we've just kind of plucked out the air from a bit of maths and educated guessing. So I have to see what they're like, maybe change them. The reason why the front's only just gone on is because we tried to put these springs on, which are quite long, which compared to the HSD, brought the platform down to here. Top arm goes through here, so we had a clash. But that's what this development stuff is about. So hopefully it'll ride nice on these. Nice to support a local company. They're only in Northampton, Brack Mills. I can just pop over there and get a set, or have some alterations made. We're looking to do some 2-ways and some 3-ways after this. It's quite an easy, once you've got the damper layout, it's quite easy just to add canisters and adjusters. So yeah, you also haven't seen the fuel lines. So in here you can see, so you've got fuel lines going to the flex fuel sensor there, to the top and bottom rails, into that one there, all looking good. Regulator back here. Lines will go underneath. Really happy with that. Great job from the guys at JTech. Yeah, so next we need to, we've got some adapters to make some loom. So next time, hopefully it'll be running. I think this is probably gonna be it for this video. Can't really think of anything else I can need to talk about. Just really wanted to show you guys these wheels. I've actually had these wheels for 1 year. They've sat in boxes. You might have seen them in the videos. Sat in boxes over here. Finally on the car. Pretty happy. We've got another core pack loom going out. Been really busy, so continue to support me, my web shop, my videos, and support my brother for making my videos and making them look good and editing out all the scraps that I do. Cheers. Keep it real.